NNS Pathfinder is a Type A operational base established in 1986 to enhance operations of the Nigerian Navy in securing Nigeria's maritime domain. The base was relocated from NNS Akaso, Borokiri, to its present location, erstwhile known as Horicon Base, and subsequently commissioned NNS Okemini in 1987. The base, which was later renamed NNS Pathfinder in May 2003, occupies a land area measuring about 180 hectares within Rumolumeni community in Ikore clan of Rivers State. The purpose of this documentary is to underscore the fleet renewal and infrastructural development of NNS Pathfinder. In a bid to have an efficient fleet, NNS Pathfinder undertook repair and maintenance works on non-operational boats in her inventory. The revamping and complete overhauling of P260 and P262 Manta boats became very necessary in the quest for a formidable gunboat squadron. These patrol crafts are Type A amphibious boats with speed and ballistic protection. However, defective main engines, injectors, generators, battery chargers, display monitors, and hydraulic system. These faults rendered the boat non-operational. Accordingly, repair works were done on the hull and followed by complete replacement of injectors and overhauling of generators.
Our primary responsibility is in the maritime domain. And to be able to exert and project force in the maritime domain, you must have the requisite platforms. And that has been the driving force for us to recapitalize. And you would equally recall that it's one of the Chiefs of Naval Staff's points where you do fleet recapitalization. So it's on that basis that we're doing all of these things, so that we'll be able to project the image of the Navy to enhance economic prosperity for Nigeria and Nigerians.
The base has a total of 41 boats in its fleet, 23 of which are operational, while 18 are non-operational. It is pertinent to state that out of the 18 non-operational boats, 3 are beyond economic repair, while 15 were revamped and redeployed for operations. Refit of non-operational Sea Falcon boats. The refit and complete overhaul of P273 and P274 became very necessary in the quest to dominate and maintain presence at sea. These patrol crafts are Type A amphibious boats with speed and ballistic protection. Refit of 7 rigid hull inflatable boats.
These are Paramount rigid hull inflatable boats. They're actually brought in from South Africa. However, in the course of our operations, we've observed that they're not really very durable because of the nature of the material that they are made of, which is a pneumatic, buoyant material. And after careful study, we now decided to use or to recreate the collar using glass reinforced plastic, which is just a fiber like this. However, when it goes through all of the process, all of the chemicals, it becomes rigid hull. It becomes very, very turgid. And then this would go a long way to serve us, because when it is fixed, it would the issue of going into the creeks and then it deflates wouldn't arise. Even where you have maybe puncture as a result of bullets, the collar still remains very firm. And then when you get back, it can be fixed. And this is a finished product. As you can rightly see, it is well done, very firm. It gives the buoyancy that is required. For these boats, it can go virtually anywhere, deep into the high seas. we are hoping that after this is done, we can even get other units of the Navy to equally replicate same.
The base carried out modifications on operational gunboats comprising the installation of gun mounts. Hitherto, the gun mounts were corroded and weak, thereby hampering the effectiveness of high-caliber guns mounted on the boats during patrols. Thus, the installation of new gun mounts would enhance the capability of the boats as well as boost the confidence of gunners in combat situations. Infrastructural development. The base has carried out some quick impact projects and has outlined some proposals in areas of construction and general maintenance. On assumption of duty, the commander, in a bid to consolidate on the infrastructural successes recorded by his predecessor, observed some areas in the base that required immediate attention, which will in turn alleviate some of the challenges faced by personnel in and around the base. These projects included the following. Installation of street lights was recently executed in the ratings quarters within the base and the CNS guest house. Accordingly, 80 units of solar street lights were installed in the ratings quarters following observation of incessant power outage, which leaves that part of the base in absolute darkness. Similarly, 10 units of solar street lights were installed in the CNS guest house for proper lighting of the surroundings at night. Renovation works. The renovation works recently embarked on by the base include the remodeling of the conference room, renovation of Rivers Hall, installation of water closet at various locations within the base, renovation of pilots' accommodation in GRA and installation of additional furniture in duty watch cabins, purchase of new Hiace bus and refurbishment of base automobiles. Similarly, 6 base generators were overhauled for optimal performance. Mini shooting range. The mini shooting range was conceived for firing high and low caliber weapons. The base has since commenced the use of the range while awaiting the construction of main NNS Pathfinder shooting range. Installation of diesel-operated sandcrete block molding machine. The base recently installed a diesel-operated sandcrete block molding machine for mass production of blocks for construction works. Production has since commenced with the production of high-quality sandcrete blocks. It is noteworthy to state that almost all the blocks used for construction in the base were from the sandcrete. This has ensured reduction in construction cost and use of high-quality blocks. Installation of 500 kVA generator for officers and ratings quarters. Renovation and furnishing of children playground. NNS Pathfinder main projects. The base major projects are as follows. Construction of NNS Pathfinder Detention Quarters DQ. The base detention quarters DQ is a 6-room cell building which serves the base and most ships within her AOO. The DQ, which is located beside the Naval Medical Center Pathfinder, is inadequate, dilapidated and ill-equipped with no space for expansion. NNS Pathfinder, being an operations base, often arrests and legally detains a lot of miscreants as well as other high-profile criminals during several of its operations before handing over to appropriate prosecuting agencies. Regrettably, due to the large number of inmates in the DQ as a result of investigations and court-martial cases, it is always difficult separating hardened criminals for profiling. Hence, the need to construct a new DQ with improved facilities. Accordingly, the FOC-ENC conducted the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a 15-room cell DQ opposite the medical center on the 4th of August 2022. Construction of 2-kilometer walkway.
For us, we've noticed that you find people, walking on the road, and the road is quite tight. So we've had, 1 or 2 incidences where people walking on the road have been, hit by a vehicle and stuff like that. So we want to avoid this kind of situation. And that is why we've decided to make this sidewalk. So the sidewalk will basically be for people who walk and then people who ride bicycles. It's quite wide, so it's going to accommodate people.
Remodeling of ratings accommodation at Naval Outpost Abonima. Repair works at the Commander's Institutional House GRA, Port Harcourt. Installation of concertina wire across the base. Reconstruction of quarter guard and anchor stand. Facelift of the main gate area. Renovation of the base swimming pool. Renovation of sport complex and purchase of gym equipment.
On assumption of command, I equally thought it wise that we should integrate sports into the base routine so that it would positively influence the kind of things that we do. We sit in locations for too long, and then we equally go out, we are confronted with a lot of physical challenges, and which only somebody who is physically and mentally alert can deal with these issues.
Facelift of NNS Pathfinder Primary School. Construction of a boys' quarters, 2 sentry posts at Commander's House. Fencing of Commander's House. Construction of mast at the parade ground. Replacement of admin block ceiling and beautification of the reception area. Renovation of old arrival hall. Purchase and installation of air conditions at various locations within the base. Construction of bus stops and car garage. Construction of steel band. Renovation of the Sea Lord Golf Club.
The issue of golf, we all know that, as they say, golf is a gentleman's game, and we intend to do everything to encourage our personnel to be involved with the game. And we recognize that in Pathfinder and the Navy in general, we work very hard. So we equally need to take time to rest.